Nice. The Christian YouTubers have been known to watch. Just a quick message, what I've received and seen. DeMarcus Rogers, Colton Dixon, Hannah Williamson, Chelsea Bedell, Isaiah Saldivar, Ruslan Katie, others, Dory Love, David Lynn. What I've received, sorry you can't see my face, it's too dark to see my face right now, but the Antichrist symbol comes as a black cube only to be found in Saudi Arabia, Mecca, Medina. You can pray on this. Let He who lives above show it to you. Adonai, Jesus, Yeshua, whatever you may call him. It comes as the Antichrist symbol, the black cube in Mecca, because it is just like opening Pandora's box, and it holds a symbolism. Even if you study the Metatron within Revelation, going back to even Enoch, where Enoch was taken to heaven, who walked with God, and the Metatron came to get him. The Metatron goes into the Kabbalistic books, the Talmuds and everything, but it also goes into him, the Metatron holding the square, which is 8 sides, and going into a black square, also representing the black square in Islam. Also going into Fibonacci within nature, but also just the square going into paganism as well, because it also stems in paganistic roots. 8 sides, but the 8 sides have different meanings. And it also goes into the elements of the earth: water, wind, fire, air, and earth. Paganism, other things. And in Islamic traditions, they will tell you the black square represents all the sins of mankind, and the first sin going back to Adam's fall. But only to know that they are deceived themselves, and that I do believe, and I have seen that it represents the Antichrist's withstanding for when the tribulation period does come. It holds symbolism for Satanism and the Antichrist symbolism. We all know the God who lives above, his symbol is a cross. Antichrist has his symbol, which is represented as a square black cube. And also in the symbolism of BlackRock Company in New York City has a black cube. Different companies represent the black cube. Islam. And probably going into America, turning into an Islamic state with martial law, Freemasonry, piggybacking off of each other, and Chrislam, Judaism, Islam, and everything else falling into play as well. Because the prophecy and things I had seen from this is a light shot up through Mecca, a light shot up through the black cube in Mecca, and it was destroyed. And I could see it was almost like a wave, but came in through sound. So it was basically like a sound wave that came through. And I could see the new millennial being built over into Mecca and Saudi Arabia and everything. Going into other things as well, I have received as well. Because what the darkness meant for evil, the light meant for good, going into God and Satan and the Bible. The devil meant for evil, God meant for good. We all know this. And that God is omnipotent, so we all know he works in many ways than just the one. And even going in outside of his word, but also he is in more places than one. That the darkness and even Lucifer cannot be, as you call him. But this is just what I have received, and that also in the hadiths in Islam, that there are angels at the forefront gates, and then that going into this prophecy as well of what I have received, that in the hadiths of Islam, that there are angels protecting Mecca and Medina, and that what they call the Dajjal or Mahdi, which is also Antichrist in the Bible in Revelation, the city is guarded and protected by these angels. And then I am the type of person who had to ask and pray on, well, why would the city be protected unless it was protected because it's being protected for the new millennial kingdom? And I did not believe it until I prayed, and I could see a light shoot up through the black cube, and it was destroyed, and the new millennial was being built right before my eyes. And the bricks that came were white, glitter and glossy, but they came off in the form of heat as you get closer to them. But this is everything I had seen spiritually. Pray about this, because what the devil meant for evil, God meant for good. He is omnipotent, so God is more places than one, but even working outside of his word, but he is still within his word. And the number one thing I did see and I heard spiritually in the spirit, that when I didn't believe this, all I heard was connect the dots, connect the dots, connect the dots. And everything came back. And pray if you do not see this, but I pray that many of you do receive this message. Fire and ice.